why not extend the market principle and the market logic further? Now, the term mercenary, is a pejorative. But what is a mercenary system, if not another name for a market system in military service? So if you believe the labor market is a legitimate way of filling the ranks in the military, here would be another way to put it. Why discriminate in employment on the basis of national origin? Why shouldn't the United States do, now the idea of outsourcing was brought up. And if we're concerned, as Craig is, with efficiency, the standard market arguments about efficiency have led to outsourcing in many other labor markets. Why not recruit soldiers from around the world for the U.S. Army, especially from low-wage countries where there are soldiers, potential soldiers, who have the relevant qualifications, who would do a good job, who would be willing to devote a career to it, as Craig wants. Now, there are some non-citizens in the U.S. Army currently. They're legal resident aliens for the most part. But why stop there? Why not outsource if the labor market is morally unobjectionable and recruit from everywhere? There is the French Foreign Legion, after all. It's interesting, the French Foreign Legion is prevented by French law from actively recruiting overseas. But today, in the day of the internet, that prohibition means very little, and an increasing proportion of the French Foreign Legion come from Asia, from China, from various other countries. Why not extend the labor market logic fully, drop the pejorative association with mercenaries, and outsource the hiring of soldiers and use the full market solution?
I think we should.
Go ahead.
We have large contracts.
Go ahead. Wait, well, let's wait for the microphone.
Well, I think we are outsourcing maybe half the number of people in Iraq. We have Blackwater's changed its name. We have other contractors. We hire people from all over the world to supply labor for the military bases in Iraq. I'm sure we're doing it in Afghanistan. The papers have listed all the countries, and they pay a lot more than the American military does. I don't think that that's
right. Well, it is true, and it's not far-fetched. For just what's your name?
Helen.
Helen. Helen raises a good point. My seemingly far-fetched scenario is not that far-fetched because increasingly we are fighting wars through outsourcing military service to private military contractors. By 2007, there were more paid private military contractors in Iraq than there were U.S. military troops. And this is for the first time in recent memory that was true. That is also currently the case in Afghanistan. So to some degree, we have used the logic of markets and outsourcing to outsource to private companies. We haven't yet begun actively recruiting globally to fill the ranks of the U.S. military, but it's certainly true that we've outsourced to that degree. Go ahead.
Alan Young, from a political point of view, it would be disastrous to have a mercenary army. Supposedly we were fighting in Iraq and we are fighting in Afghanistan for freedom, and it seems it would undercut that rationale to be hiring a lot of people who from outside the United States.
Why is that?
Because, among other things, mercenaries have traditionally been connected with colonialism. The Gurkhas from Nepal were hired by the Brits to supply their forces in India. And
why couldn't we hire them to fight for freedom in Iraq?
People from around the world wouldn't see it that way. They would see it just, it would confirm what so many people believe, that basically what we're doing in Iraq and Afghanistan is just a continuation of what the colonial powers did in the past.
So it would pose a PR problem.
Yes.
But would it be unjust? Would it be morally objectionable?
No.
No, it wouldn't be.